So good morning and welcome to today's live trading London session with Harmonic Scanner and Pitchforks. Nice to see you. Let's start sharing screen and see what we've got. So we will look, I did write down some of the things we were on chances session. I had this one first of all, but I'm not particularly following them because a lot of them didn't really play out. So Euro Ord, I thought I'd pull up first because it's just crossed strong momentum up, and it's just crossed the quarter theory in the pitchfork. But these are the outer extensions. So I don't have anything above this, I don't think. Otherwise it would have been. I'll just put some of them back on, but I'm pretty sure probably haven't, those are all further back. So what we would be looking for is either we've got no trade. Oh, I've got a scan further up there, but not till right up there. I mean, that does look pretty strong, doesn't it? Oh, but this was a sell scan from the 14th of August. So hopefully it'll want to, and it is a fast pair, ping back into our scan and carry on down, which would be the easiest thing for us. Let me take out some of that and we'll just mark it up. But it does look like it's going up pretty far. Oh, it's just doing a bit of a retrace there. Haven't really got.
Sarah, there's one from the D point 3rd of July that this is in.
Oh, it's, sorry, say it again.
There's one with a D point of the 3rd of July is the scan that it's in at the moment, if you want to have a look.
Right, thank you. Maybe I missed that one. 7th of July.
3rd of July at 1300. So that'll be 1400.
Did I miss one then?
No, there's two. You've got two together there. You've got like the butterfly one, haven't you, on the right? Well, that one on the left. Right, go left again.
This one, this tall one, up to there.
No, no, the one next to it, where you've got the background.
You mean this 2nd of July?
No, 3rd of July. I know there was a few all together there, but this is the 3rd. The D point is the 3rd of July. Yeah, it's around there. It's in there somewhere.
Do you mean this big one?
Yeah.
No.
No, the next one. You've got two highlighted in purple there. You've got one in green. It's the one in green.
What, this little one here?
No, the one to the left.
Oh, that's the 6th of July. Oh, well, I'll see what that does. Hang on. I need to take that one down. I just hide that one. 6th of July with a 3rd of July A point. I've got that little one.
Blesses my eyes.
That D point is the 6th of July on this little one. And that's pointing down anyway, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, maybe I've accidentally turned off. I can't see the.
I'll have to magnify this, Sarah. My eyes aren't good enough. Just a minute.
I can't see. It looks like I've lost my pitchfork off that. Rather odd. But I don't think price would be in that. I'm not sure that's going to help me. Price is all the way up here now. I'm going to forget that for the moment because I can't sort it out at the moment. I'll have a look after, Warren. Thank you. I might ask you to help me. So we've got a break and a retest back to there. So it looks like it wants to carry on up anyway, doesn't it? So I've got no trade on it at the moment because it's doing a break and a retest for the buy. I haven't got a pitchfork around this new area, and then my next scan is further up. I can't sort out because you say there's so many in the row there. It would take half the call for me to sort that out, and everyone would get bored with that. So I'm going to move on from EA. But what I will do, just in case, is put a trend line alert. Actually, I could put it on the quarter. I put it on that there. I wonder if I can put an alert on. Can you just put an alert on the quarter theory? You can, can't you? Harmonic pitchfork indicators. Yeah, the trouble is it binds them all together, doesn't it? I'll just do it my normal way. Whoops.
You can actually put alerts on the EMAs so that when it crosses the EMA, it's quite clever the amount of stuff that you can get it to tell you.
Right, so if I right click the EMA.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not in this case necessarily, but yeah, if you did add alert.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. Then it gives you option. So if you go to the top where it says HPF.
Yeah.
If you click on the actual, and then you tell it whatever you're in, Euro Ord you're in, aren't you? If you if you tell Euro Ord.
Yeah.
And then it asks what to have it crossing.
Yeah.
So you do want Euro Ord because it's the actual bars in Euro Ord. If you click that at the top.
Yeah.
And then crossing, and then if you click on that one, yeah. Then you want the HPF, which is there. There you go. And then it crosses the EMA then.
Daddy.
And it's the same. You can have it closing or every bar or whatever.
Why are you telling him to do it?
Okay, I've done that then.
Useful.
It doesn't say it's actually an alert though, does it?
No, sadly it doesn't put the little things next to it to tell you it's there.
Okay, right.
But it will do it because I've done when I wanted to know whether it's 60.
Great. I do fall back into my bad habits. I know I do. So that's Euro Ord, Euro NZD. We've got it on its way up to this level. And where was our scan? Oh, this is the one that was back in. I think I put a second pitchfork on that. So that's a similar move to GN with that sort of same shape and a big 200 pip drop, and now working its way back up.
There's a new hourly EN scan, Sarah, as well.
I just looked before this call. Has it literally just come up? I was looking when I was on Chance's call.
On now, it's on hourly Traders Way. Set one down. 117 pips.
Oh, right, brilliant. Thank you. How far's that moved off? Nearly 20. We do like EN. So EN, first, 03, 21st, 1500, B, 24th at 11, C, 24th at 23, it's almost at 20, 25th at 10. Right. 21st at 03, 1400, 11, 23 and 10. Has anyone managed to look at that new Forex Harmonics community? I haven't looked at any of the stuff, but I love the education on the different candle patterns and bearish and bullish harmonic shapes. I think I'll learn a lot from that. Might get to Christopher Derrick's 1.2 million that way. Right, just finish doing this. We'll have a look at the setup. Thanks for that, Warren. That's brilliant. Just lock on the pitchfork. So we've got, so we're waiting, I can see that old pitchfork just running through there. So we're waiting for the break and the retest. It's now moved. Oh, I've been a bit preemptive in drawing it. It's only moved 11 pips. We're meant to wait till 20 pips to see it solidified. So I've jumped the gun a little bit, but it's better than drawing up. We'll see if that's going to come back. That still looks strongly upwards. If that's going to come back and test that there. So that's EN. We'd be looking for a sell. Just check your measurements on that it's check the scanner that it actually does solidify, because technically we don't draw it until 20 pips and it's only moved half of that. EN sell, and then I've set the alert. I didn't think I had that open twice anywhere. Strange. So that's EN. Just turn my page over. GJ. GJ, what have we got? I was looking for a sell yesterday. And it didn't give us that. It didn't give me that anyway. Someone else did well on GJ. Oh, because that had similar shape move. This was off it's a scan which has nearly worked its way. That's from 7th of August, nearly worked its way all the way up. And is down here, but looks like it's bending back up. What's it doing there? So I haven't got anything because I haven't got a pitchfork until it comes back down here, but at the moment it's above the 62 and above quarter theory, so it looks like it's working its way up, and that is 86. So if that did come back down and touch the quarter theory and then above the 62 and carried on up, then you could take a trade off there in theory. So that looks like it's going up. I don't always like to take those quarter theory ones. We seem to have seen a few of them lately. They're not my favourites. I don't know what chance there's about them. You could do your trend line either like that. That's got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Or like that, I think, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll leave it like that. 1, 2, 3. That one slipped through a bit. 4, 5. So I'll put the alert on just in case you want to come back and have a look at that. So that's GJ. Buy off quarter. HourGlass GA, which was that one of the ones Chance had this morning? No, we had GCAD. So GA working its way down. It's gone past the median. It's come down to the 1 minute. So we haven't got, that's again a big scan, that's 70 pips. On its way up to this level at the moment. It's just crossed an old pitchfork there, which it has rejected off back down to the 62 and on its way up from that. So I suppose you could take a trade from that. It just come off it a little bit. I find that it's moving now. GA. That's this one here. So if we do that, it's just broken that 1 minute trend if we do that. Settings.
So Sarah, I have a question. If it's in the middle of quarter theory, how much further could it possibly go?
Well, all that we know is if our pitchfork leg, as it is here, is 60 pips or over, then it's the exception to the rule. This is 76 pips. So from the D point, we're allowed to take buys or sells. And because the distance is so great, when we take trades of a minimum of 20, only 20 pips between pitchfork legs, we'd be stuck for hours. So we are allowed to take a trade off the major level in between, in this case being a quarter theory. That's how we work it out. So it's not kind of where the quarter theory sits in relation to being between the pitchforks. It's rather that it's a major level at which we can take a trade because we can't wait 60 pips or more. Do you see what I mean? Does that answer the question?
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Okay. So it's carrying on up at the moment. So our next level is going to be up now because it's already on its way up, isn't it? So I'm going to put an alert here. So add an alert there on quarter theory. Oh, hang on, should I put it that one on GA? Crossing quarter theory only once. Yeah. Warning. Continue anyway. So I think I've done that right for an alert there. It's funny how you get used to working your particular way, isn't it? So that's GA. GCAD, which Chance did have on his list this morning. I can't remember if this is my markup or from him this morning. Can't remember when I put that on, but it has done the business. It's this morning. So what's it doing now? It is still technically a buy, but it's dropping down to this level. So it could be that we've got a sell opportunity coming up. Let's just have a look what our scan is. D point up here at the 18th of August. Let's take that off now. Some old stuff. So let's come back to the 1 minute. So if I'll take that off, don't need that. So let's mark it up. Here. See what we get. So GCAD 15. Sometimes you can reduce that stop loss in line with previous lows or highs if it's pretty obvious that it's right down near the major level, but I don't always do that. But you can do that on the 15 pip ones. 20 there. And there's no red flag news today or tomorrow, not until Thursday on Forex News. So we just want to wait for that to come across here. So I think I'll put my alert. I'll do one of these. I'll put it in between. But it is still technically, it curled around there. Technically it is still going up, but let's look at the pivots as well. Because this looks like a sell to me. Pivots. So we had a higher high and we have got higher lows, which should indicate that it is still buying, but that was a lower high, so it's reversed a bit here. So that's coming out of Tokyo. So it might reject off and carry on above the 62 for the buy. We don't know what it's going to do we? Because we've had three big rejections, 4, 5 off quarter theory and the pitchfork. So it doesn't like that level, and the 62 has curled round. So I'm not sure whether that's going to carry on up or break down through here. But at the moment it looks like it's breaking down. It wants to break down through here. So we just need to keep an eye on that. I'm not sure. I might put that on as well, just to remind me. I'm not sure what I think it's going to do. It's just rejecting off that 15-minute line, which it's done for 4 minutes now. And it's just breaking down through like that. So it'd be nice to see lower, another lower channel forming. See what that one does. Gone up. So we've had the break and the retest back here. So if we did get in, it would have to be above the 62 like Chance did this morning on his GN trade. He thought the GBPs were going up. So this is on the 15-minute. Up from quarter theory, stalls out there between pitchfork and quarter theory, up to touch quarter theory and pitchfork, back to quarter theory and pitchfork. So on the, we don't usually put fibs on the 15 minutes, so I'm not going to do that. And this is the 5-minute. So it's rejecting off. So that looks like it wants to buy, doesn't it? Trend line from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. pivots off. Well, I'll go in on demo. I'm a bit late going in, just so we do take some things. GCAD buy. That is 1.73112. 73. 1.73112. 15, 2, 6, 2, 1.729, 1.72962 would be a 15 pip stop loss. Sorry about that. That's got another shove something on there. So that looks like it's dropping now. I've done that. Minus 6.6, or is that just the core? Gotten a bit late, I suppose, as well. 1.73112. So I got in a bit late and it's now just dropped below. So the tighter entry was 1.73. And there was the buy candle. It is going up, isn't it? So we'll leave that to see how it plays out. I could have done that slightly like that. Oh, it's a tricky one. Let me put a horizontal line there. So we'll see how it plays out. I've only got that on demo, but if it carries on, then it should go up to 35, that 35-40 range. So that's GCAD. USD CAD, oh, that's a US pair. Nothing on that at the moment anyway. Let me take that off while I'm here. That's an interesting level to look at for this afternoon. I must do more of that, doing it the other way around. Get used to doing it the other way around. It's quicker. Just setting the alerts on quarter theory. So I can shut that one down for this afternoon. USD CAD. This is GBP USD. So what have we got? It looks like the orange wants to cross, 62 wants to cross down for the sell. That's just at a rejection off that pitchfork 3 times up to quarter theory. One, two, got 4 touches there. That's got a lot more touches, which gives me a break and a retest though, to the other side, to the 15-minute. So that's not, and I've got slightly higher level there, haven't I? We look further out at the scan. The scan I had then, it's now out of that one, and it's in one from further back. But it does look like a strong downward trend. How's our other one doing here? GCAD for a buy. So we're confusing ourselves if we are looking for this setup for a sell on the correlating pairs, but that is plus 0.3 now. And I got in late on that. So I'll just come out to the 4 hourly because I want to see where that. I wanted to see where that scan was. I can never remember sometimes. It's way back here. I can't see the exact point myself now. Too much stuff going on back here. It is round about March. Unless it's a second pitchfork. Too much stuff. I'd have to come in and hide a load of stuff to work it out myself. Right, back to the 1 minute. Let me look at GCAD up here. That one. Oh, so that has taken off how we thought. So if you didn't get in, then the next level for looking at setups is obviously going to be up here. And for your take profit area. So technically you should be 10 pips off the quarter theory, sorry, 15 off to put your stop profit in, but I was in late. So if I did 15 off there, it puts me very high up. It puts it about 24 pips instead of where price just was round about now. But then we wouldn't have got in until it was above quarter theory. So actually above the 62, so I was 5 pips late. So it should really be round about 10 pips from there. So that's let me look at the settings. I've forgotten. 73112, the grey box. Yeah. So 73212 would be about right there. Okay, so back to GU. So if you were in that other one on a live account, then the problem with looking at this for a sell is you're contradicting yourself, and we never ever do that because you're betting the wrong way on what you're doing, and you don't get into 2 correlating pairs at the same time the same way, because then you're doubling your risk. So if GCAD's going up, then technically the GBP pairs should be going up together. So what do our pivots tell us on GU? There's the GCAD alert. So I've got plus 9.4, which if I had got in 5 pips earlier would be about the 15 pips. So at this point, move your stop loss to 1 pip, so 73122. 73122. So we're now risk-free trade. And if you are working on MT4, you can use the trailing stop to customize it and then trail it so many pips after break even behind your 62 EMA. Yeah, I think that's how it works. It's a long time since I've used it. But I did like the MT4 and I love the pip counter. I'm very fond of MT4 actually, even though I use CTrader. And sometimes I think I'll put some money into this and perhaps come back, because this is via JFEX. So I think I fund this with Bitcoin. That I'll come back to it because I do like promoting this on Facebook and watching the pip counter. People do like seeing it. It's much nicer view of it.
Sarah?
Yeah.
You're trailing stop loss, just a quick point, make sure it's you multiply it by 10 because it's on points, not pips.
Oh yes, it's on pipettes. It's you've got to add the 0 on. You mean?
Yeah. So if
yeah. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. Yeah, good point. Thanks. So when you put the trailing stop on, it says 15 there, but you have to put the 0 on to get 15 pips. That's what Warren's saying. That would be 1.5 because it's, as he said, it's points, not pips, pipettes, you know. So you have to add a 0. Okay. So GBP USD 794812. It does look like it is going up, doesn't it? So I don't think we've got a trade here though, because we can't take a quarter theory one here, and it's past the. In fact, that's quite interesting because it didn't do. It did a big break and retest. How many pips was that? It's done 26, then about 27, 28, and then back to the pitchfork again. And the 62's bounced along it. So, and you've got quarter theory in the way, so it wouldn't have been a very easy trade to take. Because of that quarter theory sat bang in the middle there, although it did manage to bust through, and it is forming that channel up. So I'll just take that off, and I'll put a parallel channel on as Warren's watching. Let's make life easier, I do admit. So there's our channel trading. Perfectly that. So
from what I understand from charts this morning, you basically just can take trades from every time it touches there.
yeah, that's exactly what this looks like. It's a very, very nice channel.
That would have worked out quite well, yeah.
Yeah, so we would have taken it though just under here. We would have waited, lovely stall out, and waited for it to get under the 62. That would have been a nice little trade for 20 pips, and then 2 rejections off there. Does have to get past quarter theory to make the full buy up to there, so it's probably about 15 pips there. No trade here though, because once you're below quarter theory, you're still above the 62. Although, so you've got conflicting confirmations. But if you had you've had the break and the retest to that side, I suppose, is confirmation 1, a channel touch 2, but no, oh, and the pitchfork's down here. So I'm not sure how that works. So that one I think I would have found more difficult than this setup. That one I could see easily. I can see that setup that I probably would have taken, but I'm not so confident that I would have taken that for a sell. I don't think I would have. And that for a buy, rejections off. Again, I'm not so sure I would have taken that one. Anyway, that is now doing the business, going up again. So Euro GBP alert. So that one's playing out in line with the GBP CAD. Euro GBP. Okay, so I had this, I think, oh, this is where we said, I forget, so many calls, whether it was chances or me talking about it earlier, that we would see if it would come ping back into the scan, which it is doing. So, and sometimes that makes sense, doesn't it? Euros down when the GBP is going up. I certainly find that in my bank accounts. So we've got it curling round, and we've got, so we wouldn't want to get in till it's on that inner one. So we just want the 62 to be coming into our red area on our slider between entry price and stop loss. Then we'll have that, the pitchfork break and retest and touch down here. Quarter theory does cut us a bit there. I can't see a fib. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That just misses it there. 3, 4 just slightly wicks through, but you do have about a pip either side on a trend line. And then a perfect touch there, 5. So that gave us the break. Is that break and a retest? Not quite, is it? It's got a little edge coming through. So quite like that. How's our GCAD doing? Plus 10.6. Should have got in that other one. So I'm going to, I haven't got an alert down there. I'll put an alert. So I can put an alert on a, can you put an alert on a line like that? No. So back to this. Okay, so Euro GBP possible sell setup. That could be coming back up to test that. If you did draw a channel, you can see it's clearly broken that though. That's curled down below there. GN. we were on Chance's call. It's not one that he recommends trading. I did trade it live because I was on the call with him. I probably would not have done so on my own, though I have done in the past. So I got stopped out at 1 pip because it did the 17 pips and then it came right back down. Now it's come right back down to quarter theory where it was before, and then it's come back up to that level. So that's how crazy it is on stopping you out. So I suggest, unless you're Chance Gonham, you don't trade it at all. Because I'm really trying not to look at it ever without being on a call with him. But it's very tempting. So we'll forget GN.
Euro GBP, is that 15 pip stop loss because it's got GBP there?
Which one?
Euro GBP.
No, it's a slower pair. It's Cyprus. Is that? I'm sure that's a broker. No, it's not. I know what you mean. It's because it's the it's just those 5 fast pairs, which are always front end ones, aren't they? GCAD, GA, GN, GJ, and EA. Those are the 5. So this is being driven by the. No, it's the back end that drives the pair, isn't it? I can't quite remember how he puts that, but the Euro GBP on my list of speeds is only about, I think it's a 5 or something. It's only mid-range.
Mine says unknown, ask Chance, but maybe that's.
Yeah, I know, but that was probably from me ages ago. But then I think we did ask Chance, and he said it was about. It's a slower pair anyway, Euro GBP, because they're considered very similar currencies.
Okay.
Yeah, so certainly no more than a fast. It's not a fast pair. So Euro GBP possible sell. Yeah, 10 pip stop loss, definitely. Right, so let me just run through what we're looking at.
Do you
So,
ever adjust your stop losses like him to go, well, it could do with a 5 pip there?
well, he's very experienced, isn't he? Because exactly, you can and you are allowed to do that, which obviously increases your profit ratio, particularly on the 15 pip ones. Sometimes they're so close to the major level and you've got such a strong up or down 62 that you really don't need the 15 pips. But I don't always know how to. I presume it works according to previous highs or lows. You know, the obvious level. So on this one, I would keep it at 10 probably, because I just like to work to his standard advice. But definitely, I've seen him reduce his 15 pip. Saying, oh, you could get away with, you don't have to have 15 pip, you could have 5 or 10 on this one. I can't remember when I've seen him do it on the 10 pip ones. I usually leave it always at 10 pips. I don't usually move that, I just move my stop loss to stop profit. Oh, this is coming down now. Let's just have a quick run through because we're at time. So that was EA. EA looks like it's going to come down for a sell on an interesting level there. I've got to go out and do some errands, so I won't be trading, but that is how I would be monitoring this if I was. 15 pip on that one. That's what it looks like it's doing to me, breaking that. There's that break and retest on EA. EN we've spoken about. Oh, so look at that. EN fast one hasn't come down, and it's not come back and done the test at all on the D point, and now it's dropped, and that's our hourly fake out. It's dropped over 30 pips. So sell only, and there's a sell set up coming here because it looks to me like it's moved too far down to go back up to the D point. Sometimes we have had that happen, but obviously you want a good, good break and retest there to make sure that and look, that is shoveling down, to make sure you're not going to get caught out with it deciding that it's going to suddenly, it is going to go back and test the pitchfork up there. So EN sell, GJ has made its move all the way up and up to that point there. So we've got some better moves this morning. HourGlass selling, that has done a big, hang on, where's that's on a pink. No, I'm in a I think this is the shark one with that. So those are take profit, that's entry and take profit. So that, sorry, these are out of Fibonacci's, pinging it back in. So I'd be looking for that to come back into the scan. You can see I've got a trend line, an alert marked up there. So I remember this scan. This is a shark, and these are second entry point and take profit one, which it's already hit. So I'm not interested in selling that at the moment. GA also made its move and is now sitting in that little price trap there. So it may well, you get the 62 to curl round and come down for a sell. GCAD we discussed, that's made its move very nicely. GU has made its move while we've been on the call. Now I could swear at this point because that was such a nice channel, and I know Sam loves trading channels. Should have had more confidence to have got into that live on the call, that one. That's just done 20 minutes, 30 pips. But actually we wouldn't have got in till this point because of, well, that's what puzzles me. See, I would find that difficult to get in, but channel touch is one confirmation. So you'd have to look at your breaks and retests, your other confirmations. Pitchfork touch is mandatory, break and a retest or above the 62, or have you got quarter theory break and retest? We've got a channel touch there, but lovely channel on that one. HourGlass has dropped right back down, looking for a buy for it to want to come back into the scan. If it carries on dropping very heavily, there's a scan sat below. So this might work for New York later on. CAD JPY just made quite a move in London. It's not a London session pair. EuroCAD's hitting and rejecting off the pitchfork. It's not a fib on that. It's still going up, but those are the outer Fibonacci's there, I think. Haven't got time to look at that one properly. It must be a scan. Sell scan further back. So probably be looking at sell setups. NZD went the other way. Was that one of chances I was marking up from this morning? Can't remember. But anyway, that's gone the other way, that one. NZD, USD. Oh, that's NZD, USD has made a move up. Not going to comment on that one. Look at it in New York, because the 62 is pointing up, but these are downward pointing out of Fibonacci's. So at that point, I would like it to reverse back round into that scan. I quite like those reversal trades off the fibs. I'm not sure chance is so keen. And then Euro GBP. Oh, just coming back up here, but it's still coming down. So look at that for a sell. GN we've just spoken about, and then Euro JPY. We're looking at staying faithful to the scan. It's not reached the median yet, so buying on that. So that's 70 pips. So that's all for this morning. I'll just see if there's anything in the chat. which pairs are the pairs that I prefer to trade? I like London session, and I like the fast pairs. So EN, EA, GCAD, not so much GJ because it tends to bite me a bit. I've got a bit of a thing about GJ. So whatever the 5 pairs are, but GN I'm trying to stay away from because of chances counselling. So EN, EA, GCAD, and GA. And I also like Euro USD because it's the Forex major 1-to-1. And I like Euro GBP because I've got bank accounts and pensions and income on both sides of the UK and France. So if someone's taking money off me on one account, then it gives me great joy to make the money back on the other side of the equation. And what other ones? I like HourGlass because it's fairly slow and steady. I don't like the Swiss franc pairs, CHF. I've got very few scans. I don't trade USD chef, GBP chef. I very rarely trade AN or BpnZD. The very slow ones drive me nuts. It's just a personality thing. I can't sit in trades for hours, even on alerts. GBP USD I like. CAD JPY, I don't mind it. Euro JPY, I don't mind it. And I think that's all of the ones I tend to stick to. I've probably got about 15. So NZD JPY, I don't bother with. I don't bother with CAD Chef. USD JPY, I don't mind. Euro Chef, I would never trade. I'm not even sure I've got a scan on that. That I think's about it. So I do. Oh, or JPY. I don't bother with that because I don't do Asian session. So I very rarely look at that. Chef JPY, I never look at that. That's a speed of a 4 out of 10. EuroCAD, I do like EuroCAD. So I probably have about 10 or 12 that I trade regularly. And I never look at any of those slow ones under 4. And a lot of the crosses, I just don't bother with. And that's fine for me, and I just like to stick with London. I like doing a bit of New York, but if I've got my pips in the morning, then that's even better. GBP CAD still sticking at 10.2 at the moment. So thanks very much for joining, and I'll see whoever's on later.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, bye.